All right, guys, Philip Lopez here with nichesbecrazy.com, and I'm here with my buddy Adam Payne, all the way from Japan. I forget what city in Japan, man?
Nagoya. I'm not sure if anyone's ever heard of it, but
Nagoya. I think I've seen it somewhere, but I really don't know anything about it, so I won't pretend to.
There's not much to know about it, man. There's not much to know.
Nah, man, but that's cool. So, yeah, it's the evening over here. It's the morning over there. And, yeah, I'm just getting on here to talk to Adam and kind of pick his brain a little bit. And we're going to be talking a little bit about his product called Video Marketing Insider, which is primarily a video marketing kind of membership site, along with other marketing stuff too, right? It's got some software and stuff like that in there too. So how's it going?
Good. I'm not drinking a beer. It's too early for me, but yeah, it's Friday morning.
Yeah. I told Adam I was going to drink a gigantic beer, and I'm representing with a little Corona Familiar, you know. I don't know why I said it. Familiar. Corona Familiar. There we go. All right, bet. So, I'll be getting a little toasty over the course of the interview, but anyhow, so man, so what got you started in this whole marketing thing, right? I've seen you around, you know, we're both in the middle of a little promotion we're both doing right now, but I've seen you around, and I've kind of talked here and there, and but what really got you going with this online stuff? Like, where did you get started, man?
Back in about 2012, I was doing my, I was in Japan as a teacher, and I was doing my master's degree, and I was almost finishing it up. And then I was just figuring that, you know, you can only be teaching so many hours a day. So I had an income, kind of ceiling on my income. So I just did the usual thing, man. Just went online and just started searching around, came across a load of stuff. Mostly it was like things, at that time, it was all like Empower Network and MLM and Mobi and shit. And I ended up enjoying a few things. I ended up paying a guy $5,000 for some coaching and a done-for-you funnel. And I got the done-for-you funnel. I didn't get any coaching. And I was just like, man, this game's full of people just ripping you off, blah, blah, blah. And then I also had a friend in Tokyo that was doing some marketing as well. And he started getting into Facebook, and he's now a really successful Facebook and e-com guy. And he said, look, just pick something and focus on it, and just, you know, become as good as you can on one thing. And I was a cheap bastard. Like, he's paying money on Facebook ads. And I was like, I don't want to spend money, so I'll do YouTube because it's free. And I just learned. I started buying courses, though, and learning how to rank videos. And I ended up ranking some videos for a few dodgy kind of biz-up things. And just, it kind of went from there. Well, I learned to rank videos, and I realized that people didn't know how to do it. So I started like learning more and investing more, and started doing YouTube ads and other different things related to video. And then realized that I had a skill set that people wanted to pay money for. So I started teaching other people how to do it. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. And I went into other niches and stuff. And yeah, man. And then I think focusing on one thing was the key, rather than trying to be good at a little bit of everything. I just thought, right, I'll focus on YouTube and video, and other stuff I'll just outsource or, you know, practice a little bit as we go on.
Yeah. How long did it take you to quit I know you're full time now. Like, how long did it take you to go from being a teacher, or did you just make the switch completely or something like that?
No. I was never like, I never like hated it. I liked it. So it's not like, I've got to get out of my job and I hate it. So basically I just started to do it like incrementally. I was kind of like lucky in a way, because I was kind of in charge of the section at my university. So I could control my schedule. So I could decide, okay, well, I don't want to quit it full time, but what I'll do is I'll cut my schedule a little bit. So then I've got more time to spend online, but I'm not cutting it completely, because I didn't have the confidence that I could just drop it all and then make all the money. Because I got 2 kids as well. If I was like single and not married, maybe I'd have just done it and thought, fuck it. But so I gradually just cut it down incrementally, and just kind of went from there. So started in 2012. For the first year, I think I made $26 in revenue, not in profit, in revenue, in a whole year.
Oh, wow.
$26, and I spent thousands of dollars. So it wasn't until about, 2015 when I started cutting my schedule down. And then just gradually over time, just kind of like one semester, I'd like think, right, I'm not going to work on Mondays now. I'll just stay at home on Mondays, but I'll still go in other days. And then the following semester, I was like, okay, I'll cut my Tuesday classes. So I was a little bit lucky in that respect that I had that luxury to do that. I mean, I didn't just have a job where it was all or nothing. So I did it incrementally as opposed to just, cutting it all off. So I guess that's lucky, but you make your own luck as well. So
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people that like have kids or married and have kids have that luxury. So I guess it was just meant it was in the cards for you, man. So that's really really cool. And I know that you're primarily a YouTube guy, but it's funny how like just focusing on one thing makes it easier to get into other things, right? I know eventually I was just stalking you a little bit on Facebook, and I was like, I need a good picture of Adam for like this.
There's
Whatever.
no such thing, man. There's a good picture of me.
And it was like you made like $82, and you're like, hey, it's getting easier. It's like from 2014. And what's it called? And you're just talking about how it's from a segmented list that you send something to. So and you just learn that stuff over time, but it really is hard to stick to something at first. Heck, man, the first year I started, dude, I think I made like $5.04 after a year. So I can't really say. I mean, I was probably in the same boat. You know, I didn't know what I was doing. It was off a solo ad, so like I spent like $50 to get.
That was mine.
Oh, was that yours too, man? And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to track anything. I didn't know about following. I mean, I heard about that stuff, but I really didn't know crap about that, you know. So of course I was just excited for that first sell, which is great, right? You always remember that one, but but yeah, I didn't know how to replicate it. That's for damn sure, man. Cool. So what's it called? So I brought Adam on. I wanted to talk to him a little bit, you know, but we're going to be talking about his video marketing insider. Can you just let people know kind of what that's about? Like, what's the main point of this membership site?
Basically, I mean, it's only been live since the start of this year, but I've been thinking about it for about a year, I guess. I was working with a mentor of mine, and we were just kind of thinking of. I know a lot about YouTube, but I got all these little bits of product stuff out there, and I've got a lot of stuff that I know that I haven't taught, and I just wanted a kind of way of just. I don't do the whole kind of like reciprocal thing or promote a lot of stuff. I used to promote more than I do now, but I don't do all that shit now. I just wanted to have like a recurring income where I could kind of put all of my experience into one place and just support everybody in there without hitting them up with promo after promo.
Yeah, we get old.
Yeah, I know it works, and for some people that's cool, but for me, I just don't feel comfortable doing it. So I just figured I'll take up my experience is in teaching, I guess. So I kind of took that experience and the knowledge of video, and I wanted to put it all in one place, because rather than create little product after little product after little product, and just kind of have, I don't know, like legacy is a bit cheesy, but just have like something that I can kind of just have put 100% of my focus on, and only basically promote that and only tell people about that. So because if people join my list and I'm telling them to buy someone else's product, I'm basically shooing them away kind of thing. So I want to have people together, and I can kind of teach them, and I can give them value, and I can help them move forward. And I don't know if you know, but do you know Ben Settle, email marketer?
You know, I've heard of. He's one of those guys that I've heard, like every good internet marketer, like I started learning from like Michael Chaney, right? And I'll be honest, Michael, I like him and everything, but he just emails too much for my taste, right? But I liked his copy, and everybody's talking about how great Ben Settle was. I didn't get him right away, but I can see I'm actually learning that stuff right now. I'm doing a little mentoring myself on email marketing, because I'm better on social media than I'm with email. I'm just being honest. And it comes with good copywriting. I started writing copy. That's what started making me money. And yeah, I know it's a long way to say that, long roundabout way to say, yeah, I've heard of Ben Settle. Yeah, it's like storytelling kind of stuff, right? Kind of a little out there. Something.
I don't always resonate with his emails, and I don't always like what he says, but he emails once a day, which is maybe too much for some people, but he basically, in every email, he has a link to his newsletter, and he doesn't kind of say, you've got to buy it now, the price is going up, here's a bonus for it. It's just like, here's a little bit of content, a story, a bit of fun, a bit of value, and there's his newsletter. And pretty much that he mails the same things every single email, every day of the year. It's content, story, bit of fun, taking the piss out of somebody, here's my newsletter. Yeah. And he doesn't push it in your face. And he rarely promotes other people's stuff. Maybe 3 or 4 times a year, he'll promote somebody else's stuff, and he'll be open about it, and then he'll be back to his newsletter. And although I don't kind of write my emails like that, that's the kind of thing that I was kind of aspiring to. It's just like every single email, I'll try and offer some value. Here's my membership site. If you want it, great. If you don't, that's cool, but it'll be in the same link tomorrow. It'll be in tomorrow's email and the next email, and gradually move away from the kind of IM world and just have that. That's my core thing. That's what I promote. That's what I build up and offer more value and continue to plow in. And occasionally, yeah, if something comes in, somebody else's product that I think is good, I'll promote it. But it's always kind of selfish, but it's always my stuff, basically. And I'm not giving my my subscribers. I'm not sending them here and then sending them there and then sending them here. And I can control the value that I offer and can control what's inside the course. And so far, so good. It's obviously it's a process, but so far, so good.
Yeah, and I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there, because I've noticed it myself. I mean, I've done a bit of affiliate marketing myself, and eventually people get burned out. Doesn't matter where you, because I mean you're basically creating the competition for you of people that are probably better than you at marketing, email marketing, or at least they're gonna see you less and less because they have a bunch of people in. So I've noticed it's a little better to be a little more selective with who you let. A good deal is a good deal, right? As long as it helps the people. Like if you're not doing Facebook ads so much as you are YouTube or whatever, and like this course we're promoting or whatever, I think it's okay to point people towards that. But just remember that it's kind of a roller coaster, this affiliate marketing stuff. If you're constantly having to send people to other people's offers, eventually they'll get burned out. And then you'll have to keep feeding. You'll have to do what these guys do and just launch a product every month or every 2 weeks. Some of these guys every 2 weeks, which I don't know how people do that, man. I can't. I don't know how people do that whole thing where they go and contact affiliates every 2 weeks, and it's just it seems like a nightmare to me, dude.
Skill, though. I mean, they've got, even the people that I name in my group, I mean, they've got a little bit of skill because they're taking a bunch of crap and they're still managing to sell 2,000 copies of it or 1,000 copies of it and then reproduce that. So it's almost like they've got a skill. Maybe it's in copy, maybe it's in sales page design, but to me, they just funnel all their energy to the dark side, whereas they could do it for good, but it's just easy, isn't it? It's easy just to create a product name, call it push button something, get all your friends to promote it, and then your friends did the same thing, and it's a circle. But
yeah, honestly, I think you and I could both probably do the same thing and be successful at it. But I think there's I like to sleep at night kind of thing. It's like I don't really think that's really helping people, because ultimately I do think it's good to help people. I'm sure that you feel you could help people more with a membership site where you're keeping stuff in house. With the shit that's actually working for you, rather than sending them to 20 different offers every month or whatever, and then those things represent you, right? That's another thing. They represent you because you set them there, and then sometimes those sites go away and they're not there, 6 months later, maybe a year later. And that kind of gets on my nerves. But at the same time, as an affiliate, I'm like, well, I'm not keeping it in-house, so it's kind of on me too, so, but yeah, I totally get that. But yeah.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it. Even though I complain about it in my group, you can't do much about it. It's not going to stop it. But it's a case of just you can control your own destiny. Basically, you can control what you do. You say sleep well at night. You offer good value. You help people out, move them forward to wherever they want to get, and everyone's a winner, basically.
Exactly. So what can people expect? I know there's 3 different with your video marketing insider. I know there's 3 different payment options or whatever, and I guess you get different things with each one. What can people expect to see when they get in there?
Do you want me to share my screen? I can show you.
Yeah.
I just got to figure out how to do it.
If you hit bottom, you'll see that share screen. It's right in the middle. It should be.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I can see it.
Is that clear? You can see it?
Yeah, I can see it. You should see I know this is Adam's first time using Zoom. We're using Zoom right now. You should see us right here in the little two window thing, and then you should see your screen too. So I can see you though. So
cool, man. So basically, it's called Video Marketing Insider, and a lot of people I think assume it's like YouTube. And of course, YouTube is the main thing, but it's not just YouTube. It's video, which of course includes Facebook video, Twitter video, and using video for whole different things. So I basically spent a long time kind of trying to pick out the theme and trying to pick out the membership script. But this is basically what everybody gets. You get a course library. And if people click on Access Now, it takes them to a series of kind of lessons or modules. So you've got these 9 main modules. So let's just say somebody comes in and they're not a beginner, but they want to learn more about YouTube ads. They click on YouTube ads and it brings up 4 different courses. And then they choose the course they want. So maybe they want to learn about in-stream ads. They click on in-stream ads mastery. And then there's over-the-shoulder videos on how to do that, basically. Some of the videos are short, some of the videos are long. If it's ranking they're interested in, they click on ranking, and we've got all these different courses here. I've kind of tried to put it in the order that I think is logical. And if somebody's just brand new and doesn't really know what their goal is, they just click on getting started, and then we go through these things here. Facebook, there's like Facebook video ads, Twitter video ads, going to be adding Instagram, LinkedIn as well. Affiliate stuff, I've got affiliate marketing for beginners, more advanced stuff. If you click on email stuff, this is the only module that's a previous course of mine, which was called the conversion point. Everything else is brand new. These are all there's quite a lot of stuff in here. You can see like each one's a video.
I remember that one. I promoted that one.
So that's the only one. Some people might, if anybody's bought my products before and they might recognize some of these graphics. This is an old product, but this is brand new. The videos are all brand new, so they're not. And that's the course library, which is one little section of it. This is a Facebook group, which is fairly active, where everybody can join. I've got these roadmaps, which these are kind of graphical representations of what people should do for certain things. So let's say people want to they're into local marketing. They can click on this. They can download the mind map, and there's a video of me kind of taking them through the steps that they need to do in a logical order in order to succeed with local marketing. So if people are just like a little bit overwhelmed or a bit confused, it's a roadmap of the steps they should take in order. Those are there. I'm always adding to this stuff as well. We've got some live training in here. They get access to some softwares. They're all web-based software, so it doesn't matter if you've got a Mac or a PC. So far, we've got RSS feed software. We've got video ad software that pulls monetized videos. And the only other softwares that I know that do this charge upwards of $37 a month. A Twitter list building software for video, where you can go onto like other people's Twitter lists and get them on your Twitter account through the API, which is completely white hat. This is an SEO software, which is good for ranking videos on Google. And if you're a lifetime member, they get this. It's called View Spy, which means you can actually track any video on YouTube and see how many views it's getting on a daily basis. And then you can use the training that I teach to. So let's say you're going to make a video which is called How to Bake a Chocolate Cake. That video that ranks #1 on YouTube gets 20,000 average views per day for how to make a chocolate cake. So if you want to make a video on how to make a chocolate cake and outrank it, you've got to somehow be able to get those views. Now, there's a way you can play with the system, but you know from this software that getting 20,000 views a day on my brand new video is going to be tough. So you wouldn't go after that keyword, but you can find other keywords, see the data of what those videos are getting on a daily basis and see if it's something that you could possibly attain. I've got another software that's being made, which is a backup software, which is if anybody gets their channel kind of in trouble, it's going to take all your videos, your thumbnails, your descriptions, your tags, and keep them somewhere else. And then you can re-upload them to a new channel if you get in trouble. Hopefully that won't happen.
My buddy Sharice, I don't know, you know Sharice Rogers. That happened to us.
Yeah, so she kind of inspired me to make.
Oh, really? Yeah, I felt so bad. I was like, man, I haven't done as much YouTube as her, but I would hate for that to happen. I mean, I'm not the biggest YouTuber in the world, but I'll tell you what, man, this promotion right now, that's the most I've ever done with YouTube. Like usually it's Facebook. So, anyways,
people get into trouble, and sometimes it's their fault, but they didn't realize it. They did something which they didn't realize was bad. Yeah. It's unintentional. Sometimes you get a competitor which will flag you, and sometimes you'll be doing something dodgy. But if you've got this software and you've got it connected to your YouTube account, you know that you've got all of your information backed up. So then you can just re-upload it to a new channel. So hopefully you won't need it, but it's like a backup. These are just kind of short and sweet lessons that I didn't really fit into any category. So I've made a ton of these videos. There's like loads of these videos here. Like,
oh wow,
tons of them. What else we got? We've got, if you want to promote it, that's all there. If you want to get some reports, these are all reports that you can download, which are all looking quite nice. If you want to get high definition videos that you can download and do what you want with, got tons of videos in loads of different niches. I think there's 40+ niches here. So if you're into, like, I don't know, if you're into adult colouring is a popular niche. So you can download these videos, you can upload them to YouTube, Facebook, edit them, put a voiceover, do what you want with them.
Yeah, for a while the adult coloring was just absolutely everywhere. Even on Warrior Plus, I remember some people were like coming out with those, and I still see them at like Target and Walmart too. So who knows?
People still search for that stuff on YouTube, Matt. You've got a Facebook page, you can use it for that. This is for lifetime members, which is that View Spy tool. Then I do some like one-on-one stuff. This is how to use software, some more advanced tips. These are video resources, case studies, interviews are coming soon, and I've got a store which is being made up as well. So there's a lot of stuff in there, and it's not meant to be, it's not like a course where is it like you follow this method and then you can get a bigger email list, or you can get a little bit more money. It's basically meant to be like a university of all things video. You pick and choose the stuff that's relevant to you. And then if you get stuck, confused, or need help, we've got the community or the one-on-one stuff if you're a lifetime member. And yeah, I'm adding to it all the time. Like, the community's active. I've got stuff I'm working on, like added some case studies yesterday on, like, there's a cool case study. There's a video that had 1.4 million views, and it was an authority channel. And I showed people how you can take a channel that's got pretty much nothing on it and outrank, get that video to #1. So I've got a video now outranking that video. Show how it's done.
Oh, wow.
How you pretty much either basically you can either rank #1 for any video on YouTube, or you use the Lifetime software to know that it's a little bit hard to do it. So you may not want to invest the time or money into doing it.
I see. No, but there's definitely a lot of content. It looks like it's going to be kind of an evolving thing. You know, you'll probably be adding stuff to it. So, I mean, I think a lot of people can get value out of this, and it's cool that it's more than just YouTube, because they're really, I mean, why cut it off at YouTube? You know, I know I've used Facebook myself, but why cut it off there? I haven't messed with Twitter video myself, but maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe it's something that you know, you don't have as much competition, you know. So, but
local marketing as well. I mean, people use YouTube, but some people use YouTube for affiliate marketing. Some people use it for list building. Some people use it to, like, get videos for clients. Some people use it for CPA, and maybe it's not YouTube. Maybe you want to get your videos on Google for clients, and then, you know, show people your results, rent out your rankings. I mean, like you said, like Facebook, ecom. We've got an ecom webby coming on Monday, actually, with a friend of mine. He's done millions of dollars in ecom sales, and he trains a ton of people. He's got a lot of connections at Shopify, and he's going to be doing a webby for people. People that have got ecom stores maybe want to use video to get more traffic to their ecom. There's so many things you can use it for. So yeah, YouTube's a big part of it, but it's not just YouTube.
Right. And I think this will be a breath of fresh air. I have a hard time saying that. Breath of fresh air, because I'll say myself included, sometimes we get kind of caught up with just doing affiliate reviews, and really you can use YouTube for a lot more. Like, for instance, today I'll be honest, I was looking at a video from Paul James and how we can use YouTube to do lead generation, start a lead generation business for local clients. It's funny you say about local marketing, basically ranking something, and then using like Callfire to to kind of get calls and, you know, get people over to veterinarians, maybe dentists, or whatever the hell. There's always going to be those people, you know. So local, you probably won't have as much competition, because if you look at these product launches, man, there's people. You see the same reviews, you know. And so unless you already have an established audience like Adam or whoever else is a big YouTuber, it's kind of hard to get up there, you know. Even if you rank, if nobody knows you, I don't think people are going to buy from you, you know.
But I also think that's a good thing with, like, for me with video, it's like, to me, ranking's good, like, for like these product launches, but it doesn't really matter if, for me personally, if I'm #1 or if I'm #10, because all of the people that see my video I'm going to send them there from my group or from my list. If you haven't got an audience, then while launch jacking's cool and ranking #1's great during that launch, there's so much limited kind of life in that video, because before the product launches, no one's ever heard of it. After the product dies, no one's searching for it. Yeah. And during that launch, you've got 50 people all trying to say the same thing. So if you can just use video to offer value and build an audience, like you building up your Facebook group, just directing people to a Facebook group, for example, and building up your Facebook group. You may not rank your videos, but by taking people from YouTube and then bringing them into a Facebook group or onto an email list, over time, you build up a community of people that it doesn't really matter if you can rank or not, because you can just tell your community about it. And most people in my sphere of influence first found me on YouTube, some video I made a year ago, like how to verify a website or how to do this, how to do that. And then they opt into my list and then send me an email, and then I reply with a video, like I'll make a little jing video answering a question, and they're like, holy shit, you actually replied? I thought it was a scam, I thought it was a joke. And then you build relationships. And then you don't need a massive list. You need a small group of people that value what you've got to say and that trust you. And of course, if you take the piss out of that trust, you lose it. But if you do care, that's all you need to do. You don't need to have a massive 100,000 people list. I mean,
I hear you, man. And I think there's a lot to that, man. Because I don't know. Hold on. I think I did something kind of funky with this screen. Hold on just a second. Original size. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, but what's it called? Yeah, I mean, it's really about your audience, man. I for instance, I did a promotion and I made more from YouTube. This was kind of crazy for me. I made more from YouTube than I did from Facebook. But usually it's a lot of people from Facebook. But it's really about warming up your audience. It doesn't matter if it was on Facebook, maybe your email list or whatever. It's just that YouTube is a little more evergreen because what's it called? It's going to be there forever, right? It's going to be for SEO, and then Facebook is kind of a victim to the timeline, you know. So, I don't know, just a little observation from what's happened recently, you know. And you give me a second, let me.
And you can change the titles of your reviews, yeah. Like this Facebook one that doing now. I mean, once the launch is over, you can change the title of that to like, what is the best Facebook ads training, or like my recommended Facebook product, and people are then maybe who aren't searching for the actual review of the product may come in and start searching for those particular keywords. And if you just re-optimize your video for that, you can perhaps potentially get more sales further on down the line.
Yeah, exactly, man. Cool. So, what with that, all that being said, what kind of I know people are kind of going to be wondering about this. What does it cost to get into the Video Marketing Insider?
Right now, there are 3 options. So there's monthly, annual, or lifetime. Right now, it's $40 for a month. It's $400 for a year. So you save a little bit that way, or it's $1,500 for lifetime. Lifetime, people get more stuff. Annual and monthly get the same thing. It's just you get a little bit of a month or 2 off. And probably it's going to go up again a couple of times. I've not decided on what the final price will be. Right now, there's nobody else apart from my own list, my own people. There's not really anybody that I've told about this. I've not done a launch. I didn't put it on Munchai, or I've not done it. It's not on JVZoo. And the reason I chose 40 is I want to kind of differentiate it from the IM world, which is always 27.
I'm tired of that too, man. I don't know who decided 7 was the number, dude. And it's been going on for ever since I started in 2014, dude. And all you see is $7, $17, $27, $97, $4.90. I don't know why the heck, I don't know. It's so weird to me because like when you look at advertising from back, I'm 36 now, so like what's it called? I remember advertising being always 99, $29.99 or something like that. It's like, what happened to 29? I don't know, whatever, right? But I don't know, but it was so weird to me that everything was $7 when I started seeing all this IM stuff. I don't know, it's still weird. I don't know. So I think in that respect, I dig it because that's one thing that I didn't even think about, but it was different, right? Because it has a solid $40, because everybody's like, well, if it's just under $40, you can make people think that it's only $30 or something like that. So anyway, I don't know. Just a little rant.
For me personally, I just want to, I don't want to attract, because the IM crowd, a lot of the IM crowd will buy product after product after product, and they say, well, I can't afford $30 a month, I can't afford $40 a month, but I'll happily spend $9 5 times a month on
yes.
products that don't work.
Exactly,
so,
man.
If people come in with the mindset of like, how long is it going to take me to make money, or will this, will I be successful? That's kind of the wrong mindset. Most of the people that have bought it that are doing well inside of my course, they're people that are like, I'm a local marketer, or I've got an e-com store, or I'm an affiliate marketer, and they're just using bits of it, as opposed to just kind of like people that buy this and then within a week they buy the next product, then they buy the next product. So I just want to move out, just differentiate it from IM as much as I can, and target people that are doing local marketing, or people that are doing like list building and different kind of things, as opposed to just
IM. yeah. I totally get that, man. What's it called? It's funny, man. I was telling my brother about this marketing stuff, and he's really weary about all this stuff. He's always like, so you're teaching people how to make money by teaching other people how to make money. So I'm like, it's kind of hard to explain it sometimes, but I'm like, well, what I'm doing is I'm teaching people about tools, right? And that's just an option. But there are some people that just teach that stuff, and it's just kind of like an endless loop or whatever, right? But I totally get that, man. I think that's what made me kind of like, what's it called, see you and be someone different, because I've seen you kind of just pretty much block off some of these guys that are just kind of in that circle.
Blocked off. If you go to any leaderboard, right? I won't mention the guy's name who made the product, but there was a leaderboard. It was double Warrior product of the day, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. And I'm still friends with one of the guys because he helped me out a few years ago. But I went to his leaderboard in his top 10, and only one person in that top 10 I hadn't blocked, and that's because I didn't know who they were. Like every fucker was blocked. Like I just want them out of my life. Like block them on Facebook. If I can block them on YouTube, like get rid of them off my Skype. A few of them have been in my Facebook group, kicked them out. I mean, they're still doing the same old stuff and they're still selling the same stuff to the same people and still making money. But, you know, just get rid of them out of my life. And just, you know, even if I see their name on Facebook, it just puts me in a bad mood. So I just want to just eradicate them, really, without actually physically killing them, obviously. But.
Yeah. Well, that was a big jump right there. I feel you though, man. What's it called? There's some people that there's one guy in particular, and I won't say his name or whatever, but like he was kind of like, I have like a couple of friends that we're just like in a private messaging like mastermind. Like we're just cool like that, right? It's a very small group, right? And he was in it, and he's the only one I was like, I don't know about this fucker right here. and sure enough, man, like what's it called? He was just kind of I kicked him out of the group, and he was being kind of a weirdo about it, and finally had to block him. And you should just block people out like that because they're just a unnecessary headache, you know. If you're like me, I'm a nice guy. Like I get along with everybody. I can be an asshole, don't get me wrong, but I get along with everybody pretty much, right? Usually, right? But then it just becomes a headache for you. It's better just to block those people off, and you don't need them in your life. It's just negative energy. So I totally feel you on that, man. I think you have more wrath than I do, so that's all right.
I'm not actually angry. Like I don't actually physically like. I'm not at my screen shaking my computer, but I just see people, see what people do, and even people that will. Even if I see people promoting people that I know are full of crap, that annoys me. So I've actually like blocked people from my group because they're promoting someone else.
I understand. Hey, Adam, hit that. If you go to that share screen, if you hit that little arrow, I think you can like stop sharing the screen.
Stop sharing.
I think we've been sharing it for a while. There we go. Okay, cool. But yeah, man, what's it called? Yeah, I totally feel you there. I think that's what made me think you were kind of different. I know we're kind of in that Society 11 or whatever. That's kind of what it's all about or whatever. And I think it takes a while for some people to get there. Some people stay in that loop or whatever, or think they have to be part of it. I know I had some friends that, like, you know, they were like, hey, what do you think about this guy? And I'm like, honestly, dude, just stay away from that stuff, you know. Stay away from it, you know. Just I kind of, this is so cheesy, dude, but I kind of think of like the Jurassic Park or whatever. But just because you can doesn't mean you should, you know, or whatever. Like, I don't know. I think you should do something that makes you sleep okay at night, and that makes you really help people. I think that's there's nothing wrong with that, you know. I've done
little guys, man. Some of those guys that are quite more, because you get a lot of the little guys that are just obviously like full of crap. Like, but you get some of the bigger names. There are some bigger names on the and they sell a lot of products on a lot of leaderboards, and they've got their Facebook groups, and they're liked by their crowd. But they do the same thing. It's just at a different level. They still, you know, promote each other's stuff, and it doesn't work. And it's not just it's not just the $9 PDF guys on Warrior Plus. You know, people have, as you know, like the software's on JVZoo a lot of the time, and some of these big names, they do the same thing. So
yeah, I understand. I get it, man. I guess I used to get a little more wound up about that kind of stuff, but whatever. It's gonna happen, so just accept it. Don't let it mess with your business. That's for sure, man. I think something. Yeah, exactly, man. Right, for sure, dude. But yeah, man. So guys, just so you know, I still don't have it there yet, but there's probably gonna be a link here on the video or below or somewhere, wherever I put this, for you to go check out Adam's product. It's gonna be like Niches Be Crazy /VMI, which is Video Marketing Insider. You can go check it out, guys. This is I've known Adam for some time. I've seen his product before. They're quality products. You know, I try to only push those, so I know that it's good. So go check it out if you've been thinking about doing video marketing or just marketing in general. I guarantee you can learn something from being in there. And I always tell people when it comes to membership sites, just give it a month, dude. Just give it a month. You don't. It's not the end all be all. You know. I don't mean like that. It's not the end of the world to pay 1 month for a membership site and see if it'll help you. But actually do the shit that's in there. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do. You're not going to be successful from not doing anything. You know. So it's just so crazy how many people expect to do no work, and learn nothing and still make money. You know. If something's like that, then you know, it's probably not gonna last. So,
what I will say, just before I finish off, like I've made it pretty easy for people to cancel, because I've bought membership sites before, and after a few months, I thought, you know, the content's good, but I want to move in a different direction. How the heck do I cancel this thing, man? There's no way. And you've got to
that, dude. I hate that.
Support, and then they don't reply for a week. So I didn't want people to kind of join and think that. So I basically put a big link at the top, and then you watch it, and there's a video telling you like what if you want to cancel. Like, there's no secrets. You know, you can. This is how you do it. Reach out to me to confirm it, and I'll make sure everything's smooth. And I don't know. Nobody should join a membership site and then people don't know how to leave it.
If anything, that instills more trust, because I've had a couple of sites that, man, it was like pulling teeth trying to find a cancel thing, you know, and I just don't think that's the way to do business. I think it was a big time thing. It was like I forgot, it was Hulu or something. I don't know what it was. I was like, man, why would you? I get it, you know, like it's kind of like when you make a sales page and you put that no thanks link at the very bottom and grayed out, and like you can barely see the shit. It's like, dude, why don't you just be open about it? If people don't want your shit, why don't you just not? I don't know. Just be open about it. You don't have to make it a big glaring sign or whatever, but at least make it easy for people. I think that actually pisses people off more than, and they're more likely to stay if they have an option to go out if they want to. They know, you know. So I think it actually hurts people to not do that. So
I agree, bro.
Oh, for sure, man. Well, thanks for joining me, Adam. You know, I enjoyed this interview. I'm a little buzzed now, so that's even better. And yeah, guys, if you want to check out his product, go check it out. nichesbecrazy.com/VMI. You can go get in there before Adam raises the prices. I don't know what it's going to go up to, 97, 297, 390. I don't know. I'm just kidding. But, you know, just get in while you can, guys. Even if it does go up, it's still worth it. But, you know, it's an excellent product. That's all I got to say, guys. So anyways, thanks for joining me, Adam. I appreciate you coming on, man. And have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, man. You too.
All right, later, brother.